All right, let's take a break from the Halloween content just for a minute and get into some Scream 7 rumors and theories. Hey, what's up, everybody? Nick here from the Lost River Drive-In, and if you're new to my channel, this is my face. This is what I look like. If you're not new to my channel, hello, I'm back in video form, not just in audio form. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about Scream 7. Now, I haven't talked about Scream 7 in a little over a month because there hasn't been a ton of news about the movie. And while there still isn't, there's a lot of rumors going around out there. I have a theory, and I have a suggestion maybe that I want to get into, which will be the meat of this video. But first off, I do want to just say, any rumor that is floating around online right now is not confirmed. You can't say whether or not it is 100% true or false. Nobody knows. It's just things that people are floating around right now. Some of them are doing it just to kind of build up their own brand. And while I understand the hustle and the grind, don't sell things as fact. So first off, one of the things that is confirmed is that Spyglass and Paramount still want Scream 7 to come out in 2025. That is still something that they are aiming for. And I believe it's like first quarter or at least first half of 2025. That is still their goal. Now, I am not someone that is going to defend Spyglass for some of the heinous things they've done and just kind of the way they've mismanaged this situation. At the very least, no matter where you stand on the decisions they've made, whether you agree or disagree, they've really mismanaged this franchise at this point, at least recently, and it's just kind of a bad look for all parties involved. But they do still want this movie to come out in 2025. Now, Christopher Landon obviously withdrew from the project because of a lot of the crazy kind of hate, threats, everything that was getting spewed at him, the venom that was getting directed at him when he had nothing to do with what happened with Melissa Barrera's situation. I honestly think that's shameful. Like, I think if you did that to the director, that's just not cool. Like, he had nothing to do with it. And I think that decision, along with everything that came with it, are the reasons, obviously, that he pulled out of the project. So kudos to Chris for doing that. And I know he'll land on his feet. I can't wait to see what he does next. But there are rumors going around right now, all over the internet, that Scream 7 has landed a new director. That is not true. That is not true, and I can tell you that I have spoken to a source at bloodydisgusting.com, a source that I trust infinitely, and he has told me that they're in negotiations with someone, but there's nothing signed yet. Now, before you go, oh, well, then who's the someone? I can't get that info. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't even want to throw a name out there that I think it could be, because then if you end up wrong, people say, oh, well, you guessed it was this person. No, I didn't ask who it was. All I know is that they're in negotiations with someone. They have someone circled, but nothing has been signed. Negotiations means that they are negotiating a contract, and, to the extent of what they're paid, so on and so forth. So no, Scream 7 does not have a director signed on the dotted line yet. So wherever you see that online, it's not true. People are jumping the gun because they want to be the first one to scoop the story. It hasn't happened yet. Now, I can tell you, and this isn't like new news, I believe this was the last week or so that this had come out, Melissa Barrera has met with Spyglass since her firing. I believe she's met with them twice now. I don't know what's come out from that. Nobody knows. Anybody that tells you they know, they're simply not being honest. They don't know. We don't know. No, I mean, I would feel like if she had agreed to terms for a new movie with them by now, we would have heard it. It would have leaked by now. It would have been big news, maybe from Melissa herself. But I know that they have met a few times because they are trying to mend those fences. So I guess good on them for realizing the damage that they caused. But although we didn't need to be in this situation in the first place. But I can tell you that they are trying to get Melissa back. Now, maybe these delays will make it to where Jenna could come back too if they do end up, mending that fence with Melissa. But again, nobody knows yet. These are just things that are in the works potentially. But I can tell you, at least one meeting with Spyglass and Melissa Barrera has taken place since all of the fallout about Scream 7. Now, the main point of my video is this. I wanted to throw a name out there for a director that I think should do this movie after thinking about it. And you guys might be surprised who that director is. Some of you might go, nope, not interested. That director is Eli Roth. And before y'all freak out, let me just say this. If you would have said that to me a year ago, I would have agreed. Scream, Eli Roth, no thanks. Up until that point, Eli Roth had been really into this dark humor, gross out gag type horror, which has its place, and I enjoy some of his movies immensely, Cabin Fever and the first two Hostel movies particularly. But there's always been something missing with Eli Roth. The world doesn't necessarily feel lived in. The characters aren't really believable. You can't relate to them. This idea of a modern teen slasher with Eli Roth at the helm a year ago, I would have said no, it doesn't make any sense. After Thanksgiving, yeah, absolutely. Eli Roth delivered a truly wonderful teen slasher. I really think that Thanksgiving was definitely my top 3 last year for horror movies. I thought it was a great movie. But more so, I thought it was a great slasher movie for this generation. I think it hit all the beats necessary to be good at what it was trying to do. And I think Eli Roth, for me, showed growth as a director in that movie. He can handle some character development. He can handle trying to tell a story and get you to buy into things. He can deliver some suspense. These were all things that at times throughout his career, I wasn't sure that Eli Roth could really do. He could gross you out, but what else could he do? I feel like he did all those things in Thanksgiving, at least moderately well. On top of that, Eli Roth has nothing currently on his slate until Thanksgiving too. Now, I know there's that Borderlands movie that apparently he did, and who knows what's going on with that movie. I feel like we would have heard something by now if it was coming, so that might just be wishful thinking for fans of that. I'm not a fan, but I know there are a lot of fans of Borderlands. But I think that with a free schedule and him already working with Spyglass on Thanksgiving and upcoming Thanksgiving too, he's probably got the next 9-10 months or so free, not directing anything. He's already in-house with Spyglass. I just think it makes a lot of sense. Now, I am not saying that this is something I am hearing. I am not saying this is a rumor. I am not saying any of that. I have not heard that. You cannot Google search and find a result for this because it just hasn't been talked about. But I'm kind of putting 2 and 2 together and I'm saying, I think I'd really like to see Eli Roth do this. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. And those are the updates we have from Scream 7 so far. Again, the news has been really slow regarding this movie. I have to feel like something is coming really soon. Like we're going to get some kind of announcement. Whether it's Melissa, whether it's the director, whether it's Nev, something is going to be coming soon. It has to, especially if this movie's going to come out in the first half of next year. But the idea of this video was for me to say, I want to throw my hat in the ring and say Eli Roth should direct Scream 7. But I want to hear what you guys think down below in the comment section. Comment down below. Tell me what you think of my idea. Tell me what you think of some of these rumors. Are you excited for Scream 7? Are you still like hashtag no way Scream 7 can rot in hell? Anything and everything down below in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on social media. Become a patron for just $1 a month if you haven't already. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I am pulling out.